is over. We shall wear the victor's crown. We shall wear the victor's crown. We shall wear the victor's crown. When the struggle is over, we shall wear the victor's crown in a new Uganda.
People power.
Our power.
Our power.
People power.
NUP.
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
NUP.
Let's just sing the national anthem before you sit. Oh Uganda, may God uphold thee. We have our future in thy hands. United, free for liberty, together we'll always stand. Just before you sit, let me invite the Honorable Nabila Nagai Sempala, on whom blessings have just fallen, blessings of water, sorry, to come and lead us in prayer.
As we get the blessings of water, they have been blessed by a shower that is a miracle. I want to take this opportunity, Mr. President, to give God the thanks for what He's done for this country. Let's humble ourselves and pray. Fellow citizens, everyone in Uganda, all well-wishers in the diaspora, Africans in general, we thank God for this day. We thank God for the landmark ruling that has just been pronounced to set captives free, to set Ugandans free, to give hope to the hopeless, to give joy to those who've been downcast because of the intensity of harassment, intensity of persecution that NUP and all its members have been undergoing. So we want to lift our president, Mr. Kyagulanyi Robert, to you in prayer, God. Bless him and guide him. All the well-wishers and supporters of NUP, let's take our fists and tell the Almighty that will not be cowed in the face of fear and intimidation. May God bless you all. May God bless NUP and the party.
People power.
Our power.
Our power.
People power.
NUP.
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
NUP.
Please take your seat. Ladies and gentlemen, today is a great day. Today is a great day in the history of our country, Uganda. Today is a great day to all the members and supporters of NUP. Today is a great day to all the supporters and members of the National Unity Platform. Today is a great day for all change-seeking Ugandans, and it's a time for us to rejoice. But I'll hasten add, it's not the time for us to drop the ball. It's not the time for us to become complacent. It's not the time for us to give up the battle. It has only just begun. The celebration that we are having now is the kind we should have after the 2021 general elections. And for that to happen, it can only mean that we just get set, we brace ourselves for a lot harder work. This in my view is not the heavy lifting. There's still a lot of heavy lifting that is coming our way. But let's get ourselves ready. The Lord is on our side. He has showed us that He is clearly on our side with this first victory. Let's keep moving forward. We, as you all very well know by now, the court case against NUP and its leadership has been dismissed with costs. And we thank God. We thank God. We thank all our supporters out there. We thank everybody that has been praying for us. But I'll quickly again add that let's not get eaten up by this excitement and lose sight of the major goal. We still have a lot of work to do, so let's keep pressing for that. We are going to adumbrate the detail of this case. We have our legal brains in this place that are going to help us do that. Just before we get to have Council Wameli to read to us the detail, let me invite Council Honorable Sekona Akali Amagwa.
People power, 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 people power, NUP, everywhere, and everywhere, NUP. Mr. President, Namit, the Deputy President of this region, and your entire cabinet, and the lieutenants and generals present, all our field force commanders and soldiers. It gives me great pleasure to present the judgment and decision of the High Court of Uganda in this landmark case. First to the legal advisor, who is the head of the docket, to you, Your Excellency, and the entire country, because everybody is glued onto the television to receive this. As team leader, I was only given the assignment of leading the forces that I seek your permission to introduce. First, our Secretary General, David Lewis. My brother, Anthony Wameli. He kept praying. He led the prayers in the group because he's a pastor, as you know. My uncle, Alhaji Abdallah Chwanuka. My young brother, Mwada Nkunyinji. My young sister, Shami Malende. We had the able support of Benjamin Katana. Nelson Mafabi, not Nandala. Power. Where are the other lawyers? Oh, my young little son, my young little son, Mr. President, I'm not in good health to give a long speech, but let me mention something. If you want to know there is something abnormal about this country, just witness a struggle between the Judge Yoweri Timuhabulwa yesterday Museveni and this fat man called Sasman. Surely, how do you have a contest between Sasmavi and Timuhabulwa? That is how unfair this country has become. I want to acknowledge all the participants and the contributions of all the lawyers that have assisted us in the struggle. There is one I deprived of this opportunity, who should have been here, Jonathan Elotu. He was the coordinator. He would run between me and Lewis, the Secretary General. So, Mr. President, the last thing I want to say, yes, the gentleman was seeking permission to go back in the information. And that is what it should be. Mr. President, the struggle is not over. But this was a struggle against the people of Uganda. The people of Uganda continue in the struggle to break the chains that have enslaved them in their own country. I do not want to say much. We agreed as the legal team to present this ruling formally to you and the party, but through you and the party, Mr. President, to the country. Because this case came up and was crafted to intimidate our forces of change. In particular, some of our contestants who had been dissuaded to think that if you nominate on the NUP ticket, then the next day the party will be no more, and quite a significant number pulled out of the race. Others returned or shelved our ticket because they thought the party was coming to an end. Now, this is a struggle for the brave. I therefore want to congratulate those that have remained brave and committed to the cause. Thank you and congratulations. May I now invite my brother Anthony Wameri to give us just a summary of the ruling, but just to reassure Ugandans, I mean, if we could win this battle, we are winning the rest of the battles. We have therefore handed back the mantle to Ugandans out there. Fight your war. This is your war. And be strong, because this is a just war. We are fighting a just war. We are fighting a just cause. This is our country. We cannot surrender the country. We have no second home. I mean, those in government today have a second home. They have somewhere else to go. They have their red passports. They have amassed a lot of wealth. They have acquired homes outside. Others have homes traditionally. Thank you.
Mr. President, Wameri Anthony is my name. If this was the Champions League, it would be PSG versus Manchester United. Yes. But this is, but I'll just read the parties and then the finding of the judge. The ruling was delivered via our email. That is why we are reading it for all and sundry to listen and know. Basiledi First and Twala Hassan were the original applicants, but from the judgment, the ruling we've received, Nkonge Moses Kibalama and Simba Paul Kagombe have also been made applicants, and the judge has explained that in the ruling. So the respondents are the National Unity Platform, Tam Robert, David Lewis Lubongoya, Aisha Kabanda, Joel Senyonyi, Flavia Kalulena Bagabe, Nyanzi Fred Sentamu, the Electoral Commission of Uganda, and the Attorney General of Uganda. The ruling is by Justice Musa Sekana. I'll go to the finding of the judge, and from this point, this is what the judge had to say. The applicants in this case ought to have applied for judicial review within 3 months after the change of the name of the party from NURP to NUP, that is to say by 6th June 2019, but instead the applicants filed this application on 24th August 2020 after 1 year. This application was made with the view of making some money during the election season, and the applicants have no genuine grievance, but rather want to be relevant and make some quick cash. The court is empowered to refuse relief and deny access to the judicial review reliefs on ground of lashes because of several considerations. For example, it is not desirable to allow stale claims to be canvassed before the court. There should be finality to litigation. It cannot be argued that the Constitution intended to disregard all procedural rules in relation to access to justice, all grant of reliefs, and allow applications filed after inordinate delay. Constitutional provisions are not intended to supersede the available modes of obtaining relief before a civil court or deny the defenses legitimately open in such actions. The applicants, like all other litigants, should not be encouraged to circumvent the provisions made by the statute, providing a mechanism and procedure to challenge administrative action. Every potential litigant would rush to the court in any manner they deem fit, and thus rendering the statutory provisions meaningless and non-existing. Constitutional provisions are not intended to short-circuit or circumvent established procedures and statutory provisions for accessing courts, Article 126(2)(e). Every litigant who approaches the court must come forward not only with clean hands, but with a clean mind, clean heart, and with clean objectives. The court must come with a very heavy hand on a litigant who seeks to abuse the process of the court, as the Supreme Court of India observed. The case is listed. It is the responsibility of the High Court as custodian of justice and the Constitution and rule of law to maintain the social balance by interfering where necessary for the sake of justice and refusing to interfere where it is against the social interest and public good. This court declines to entertain the application since it was not brought under any known procedure, and secondly, it was made to avoid the time limit of 3 months within which an application for judicial review should have been brought. The judicial review guidelines or rules equally provide for locus standi, and this should have been the threshold before the applicants would seek to challenge the actions of a party. It is an abuse of court process. This application is dismissed with costs to the respondents. I saw order. Musa, Judge, 21st October 2020. Namisindwa oye.
Thank you, Councillor Ameli. There's about 2 things that excited me in the ruling there. The judge said these fellows were seeking relevance and some cash. Luckily for us, the judge has made sure we get some cash. So, Mr. President, the Muda Kumuda fundraiser is now going to work. All right, let me invite the now undisputed President of the National Unity Platform. Finishing the introduction. I said the undisputed president of the National Unity Platform and the incoming president of the Republic of People power. Power, power.
People power.
NUP.
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
NUP.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Fellow Ugandans, fellow Africans, fellow citizens of the world, to God be the glory. While we celebrate, while we thank God for this historical judgment, we must be reminded that this was indeed a bogus case. We told the world that this was a bogus case, and we are very glad that the judge agreed with us. Now we can see that this case was brought to cut our speed. This case was brought up to vulgarize us as the National Unity Platform. This case was brought to antagonize us. And in my opinion, our detractors in many ways achieved their intentions. As it has been informed to you, we lost more than 50 candidates who were not sure whether or not the legality of the National Unity Platform will be upheld. It was the intention of the state through security agencies to cast doubt about us as NUP, and yes, to make sure that not as many as it would have been candidates nominate under the National Unity Platform. I want to salute the comrades that had faith in us. You are the real heroes, you are the real revolutionaries. Martin Luther King said that faith is taking the first step even if you don't see the entire staircase. You comrades took the first step with us, and I can guarantee you that we shall take the last step together. Now, without a doubt, we are the National Unity Platform. We are people power. And we are the next ruling party of the Republic of We have been in communication with many comrades who opted to run as independents because of the doubt they had. I have a message for you, comrades. Yes, you've been reaching out to us, telling us that you are with us. And now I encourage you to come out even more comfortably and confidently and associate with us. Our arms are open wide for you. To you, the comrades that stood with faith, let's continue empowering and encouraging and being the embodiment of faith and the representation of faith. We are now here. To fellow Ugandans out there, continue believing in the truth, because yes, the truth we stand for, and at the end of the day, the truth shall prevail. We know that we live in a country where institutions have more or less died. But again, we are glad to know that even in rotten institutions, there are still those Ugandans that will stand for values, and we applaud them. To fellow Ugandans out there, I want to take this opportunity to announce once again to you that on the 3rd of next month, I, Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, will be nominated I want to announce once again to all the citizens of Uganda, in Uganda and abroad, that on the 3rd of next month, I'll be nominated to run for President of Uganda under the National Unity Platform. And while we celebrate, comrades, we should be reminded that this is not the end, but just the beginning. This is not to mean that Uganda is as democratic as should be. But this judgment, under these circumstances, should communicate to you that a declaration in our favor is possible and indeed will be achieved. So for those who are still doubting that we shall not be declared as winners of the presidential election of 2021, this should inform you. I thank you. Baganda baffe mwena bannayuganda abali wano Uganda n'abo abatulaba emitala w'amayanja, kantwale omukisa guno okubayozaayoza n'okubakulisa mwenna ababadde ng'emyoyo gye beewanise. Kati ssaawa zino nsobola okwogera n'obuvumu obw'amaanyi nti mu mateeka tuli National Unity Platform. Twabagambirawo mu ntandikwa nti kino ekisangosango kye baali batutaddeko kyali kya bwewussa, kyali kyakugezaako kunafuya kubeerawo kwaffe mu mateeka ng'ekibiina, kyali kyakututeekako zalawo, kyali kyakumalamu maanyi abo abakkiririza mu nkola yaffe, abakkiririza mu National Unity Platform. Kyali kyakulemesa abo bannaffe bakandidate abangi abeetoolodde Uganda abaali bagenda okwesimbawo
okwata bendera yaffe nga National Unity Platform. Era kyanaku nnyo nti bannaffe bangi bakandidate abaali bagenda okwesimbirawo ku kibiina kyaffe kya National Unity Platform batiisibwatiisibwa, bangi ne balemesebwa era bangi ne beesimbawo ku bwannamunigina nga ba independent. Naye ate era mu mbeera y'emu njagala okussaamu ekitiibwa ennyo bannaffe abo abaabeera n'okukkiriza ne bakkiriza mulama gwe tuliko wakati mu kutiisibwatiisibwa, wakati mu butamanya ki ekiddako, ne beesimbawo okukwata bendera ya National Unity Platform. Bannange muli bazira nnyo. Obubaka bwennyina eri baganda baffe abo abaatiisibwatiisibwa era ne beesimbawo nga ba independent, newankubadde nga tubadde tuwuliziganya nabo era nga batulaga nti bali wamu naffe, ndowooza kati mukakasizza era tubaaniriza abaganda baffe era emikono gyaffe migule gye muli. Muzikirize ntwale n'omukisa guno okutegeeza abannayuganda bannaffe abali wano mu Uganda n'abali mu mawanga ageetoolodde ensi yonna nti ennaku z'omwezi nga 3 omwezi ogujja nze kennyini kamwa koogera ngenda kutongozebwa era ngenda kunominatingibwa okuvuganya ku bwa pulezidenti bwa Uganda nga nkutte bendera eya National Unity. Mwongere okwekkiririzaamu, munzikirize jangu wano muganda wange. Tulina bannayuganda abateesimbyewo naye nga baagala enkyukakyuka, ng'enkyukakyuka ebali musaayi. Bannayuganda ng'ono muvubuka abatwala n'obudde ne beesala mu kyenyi ne beetuuma National Unity Platform. Muli bazira, muli ba revolutionary baganda. Kati eri abo ababadde bakyalina okubuusabuusa, nkyogeddeko mu luzungu kanziremu nkyogere ne wano, tikino tekitegeeza nti olutalo luwedde, tekitegeeza nti tutuuse gye tulaga, tekitegeeza nti Uganda erimu emirembe, tekitegeeza nti ekitongole kiramuzi kikola bituufu byokka, ebitongole bya gavumenti byetengeredde. Naye ne wakati mu bitongole ebitetengeredde, wakati mu bitongole ebyawambibwa, kizaamu amaanyi nti tukyalinayo bannayuganda nga bo bakyasobola okuyimirira ku mazima. Tuli basanyufu nga bwe twabagamba nti kino kisango kyali bogas, kyali kyabwewuusa. Tuli basanyufu nti omulamuzi yakkiriziganyiza naffe. Kaakati eri mmwe mwenna abadde bakyabuusabuusa nti wadde tufugibwa bannakyemalira, wadde tufugibwa ku mudumu gwa mmundu, nti okusalawo naddala okwo okw'amazima tekusobola kukolebwa, njagala mutunuulire kuno okusalawo mumanye nti ne omwaka ogujja mu 2021 era kikyasobolwa n'amaanyi okulangirirwa nti Museveni tumuwangudde. N'obugambo obwo njagala obeebaza n'okubakunga mwenna gye muli, nti okuba n'olwaleero mutandike okwetegekera ennaku z'omwezi nga mmeka? Ennaku z'omwezi nga 3 omwezi ogujja. Mweteketeke, tugenda kwewandiisa, tugenda ku nomination. Mwebale nnyo, mwebale ddala, kati ndowooza ne bwentema.
All right. People power.
tweyanzeebe sebo emunyenye ya NUP aka drone ya NUP ati munaye twakitegeddeko nti drone mu Uganda ebeera munyenye kakati drone ya NUP. All right, thank you so very much, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, our team leader has an urgent engagement, but we'll keep interacting with the media. We know that there's many things you'd want to put to us, questions and all of that. But for now, allow us to close this press conference at this. Thank you so much, everybody. Have yourselves a good day.